Discuss about the GSTR 3B. What is the GSTR 3B? The 3B is a monthly self-declaration to be filed for furnishing the summarized details of all outward supplies made, input tax credit claim, tax liability asset type, and the taxes paid. This is what we will, it is in a summarized return where you will tell what is my all outward supplies made and also what is my input tax credit claimed. So normally tax on the outward supplies less input tax credit will give me the tax liability. Tax liability is at 10, and if you pay a tax, will then taxes paid. It is in a simple form where you will tell what is my outward tax and what is my input tax credited, and the balance will be in my tax liability, and from the tax liability how much tax we got paid. This is a simple form. A separate GSTR 3B must be filed for every GSTIN. I told you, so one person can have a multiple GST registration. So like we are discussed in filing of GSTR 1, every person for each registration they have to file the GSTR 1 separately. In similar manner, each registration, even for the same person, for each registration, the person is required to file GSTR 3B for each of their registration. GST liability must be paid on or before the date of filing the GSTR 3B, earlier of its due dates. So, the GSTR 3B, we will ascertain the tax liability. So, whatever the tax liability we have ascertained in the GST, we have to pay it. Then only we have to pay it. We have to set off. So then only it will, once you pay that tax, we can able to file the GSTR 3B. Right. Well, what there is not an internship. Yeah, great. Even in case of the zero liability, a GSTR 3B must be compulsory paid. This is very important. Most of people will register will get a registration from the GST, and they will leave for from the registration and for doing for the commencement of there is a certain cap will be there. Usually people will not fight the GSTR registration. They thought I don't get any awkward supply of the sales. That is why I'm not going to I'm not required to file the GSTR 3B. Not like that. Even if you cannot, once you register, you are bound to file. Once you register, it is obligatory to fight the GSTR 3B test particularly. You can't avoid it because of that. You are having an annual return that we already discussed. Even for the GSTR 1 also, if you're having an annual return, the late fee will be levied as a 20 rupees per day of the default. So in order to avoid this late fee, we have to file even if it's a zero liability. Also, you have to file the GSTR 3B within the due date. And next will be who should file the GSTR 3B. It's important thing. Every person with a register under the GST is required to file the GSTR 3B. Every person with a register under the GST, it was similar to in the GSTR 1. So every person with register under the GST is required to file the GST table. There are certain exceptions was there because there were other alternate forms. The same thing that we are discussing in the GSTR 1. One will be the input sales distributor and the supplier of the online information and database access and retrieval services have to pay the tax themselves. And next will be composition dealers. Composition dealers has to file the CMP 08 on a monthly basis to satisfy they are not required to file a GSTR 3B. As a non-residential taxable person, they have to file the GSTR 5 on a monthly basis. So next will be the due date for the filing of the GSTR has 3B. Taken a turnover of the taxable person, it is a previous year turnover, which is the less than the 5 crores, with a less than the 5 crores, okay? If it is less than the 5 crores, first we will discuss about if it is more than the 5 crores. It's a no, that means like it is a more than the 5 crores. They have to file on the 20th. They have to file on the 20th of the following month. Okay, and if it less than the 5 crores, there is an option called quarterly return and monthly payment. This scheme was recently introduced. If they opted for the taxable person has opted for the quarterly return and the monthly payment, if then opted, then there is a relaxation given 22nd or 24th. I will explain that what are the states has to file the 22nd and 24th. And if it is a no, if they are not opted for, if it is less than 1.54, and if it's not opted for the quarterly URFP scheme, then they are required to file the GSTR 3B before the 20th of the, or not before the 20th of the following month. We've taken an example of an EA whose turnover is less than the, let's say taken turnover to 3.5 crores, okay. Turnover is 3.5 crores and he is not opted for any quarterly return and the monthly payment. He has to file the tax, has to file GSTR 3B for the month of April 2021 in on or before 20th of the May 2021. Suppose the turnover is less than 5 crores, okay, and he opted for the quarterly return and the monthly payment scheme, there is a relaxation given. He can, the due date will be extended to the 22nd of the following month or 24th of the following month. See, there are then a certain stage, you have a doubt that the way there is a two dates was given 22nd and 24th. There are a certain state, mostly like in the northeastern states, and also the Odisha and some Uttar Pradesh. There are certain states which clearly given. It is they have given another 2 days relaxation from the other states. Like they feel like they felt like these states are small, and there is we can given, and the government felt like that we can given they can given a relaxation for another 2 days compared to the other states. Okay, so they have given it to the due date for the specified states will be 24th. Apart from the those specified states and the remaining states will be 22nd. Again, I'm repeating. If the turnover is less than 5 crores, which is no, they have to file on the 30th of the following quarter. If the turnover is less than the 5 crores, and also if they opted, and also if they're not opted for the quarterly return and monthly payment scheme, they have to file the GSTR 3B on or before of the 20th of the following month. And also, if the turnover is less than the 5 crores and they opted for the quarterly return and the monthly payment, they have to file, and we need to see that what state they have the registration. If the state was related to the northeastern state and also the some special category states, they can file on the due date will be 24th of the following month. If other than states specified, so then remaining all other states they can file on the taxable person who is registered in that state can they file on the 22nd. The due date for them means 22nd of the following. So like this. The same thing, due date for filing of the whatever we are discussing. The tax payable, which is the turnover is more than 5 crores, we already told file the monthly on the 20th of the next month. And the tax payable up to 5 years. We told there are two schemes were there. The one scheme, like if they are not opted for the quarterly return and the monthly payment, they can file. They should file it on or before the 20th. If they opted for the quarterly return of monthly, it is on the 22nd of the next month for the certain state. And if it belongs to the northeastern states and also some specific states and 24th of the next month, if we see that Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Uttarakhand, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP, and these will be Sikkim, Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur. These are the northeastern states, and also the Odisha and also Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Union Territory of Ladakh. There are certain states specifically provided by the government. So we have to file on the due date will be 24th of the next. And the last part for the GSTR 3B, what is the late fees and the penalty? The same way, whatever we are discussing the GSTR 1, I'm just again same applies to the GSTR 3B also. 50 rupees per day for the normal letters, 20 rupees per day for the nil letters. See the nil return, if it is a nil return, that is 30 rupees per day. If it is not a nil return, that means that you made the taxable person made an outward of the certain outward of the goods and supply of goods and services, then it has to, then the default penalty will be the 50 rupees per day. And coming to the interest, there will be no interest levied the GSTR because it's not related to any payment. It is this form, this is an return where we will disclose the outward of the supply of the goods and this. But the GSTR 3B is related to a payment. Before the filing of the GSTR, we should pay the amount. So the interest will be levied. Tax paid after the due date, 18% per annum will be charged. Tax paid if it is the 20th the due date, and if it is the 20th is the due date, if we paid at the 22nd, the 2 days that interest will be charged at the rate of 18% per annum. And there is one more bracket where like it is the input tax, excess input tax was available in the uttered, but you have claimed it as 20 rupees. The excess you claim it. The excess ITC claim that excess of reduction in output tax has to pay 24% per annum. So the two interest rates applies to the GSTR 3B. One will be an 80% per annum, that is for the tax paid after the due date, and the second will be a 24% per annum, that will be excess ITC claimed or excess reduction in the output tax. And the same question for the GSTR 1, can we revise the GSTR 3B? I already told the GSTR 1 there is a whole concept of the revision of the external return, which is similar as there in the income tax, was not there in the GSTR at all. That is called, so a return once filed cannot be revised. If you need to file anything in the particular one, you have to, whenever you observe on that, you have to disclose and you have to pay with an interest.